I moved to Michigan around a little over 3 years ago. I lived in Hawaii and they didn't have Job's Daughters. My mom always told me about how good Job's Daughters was when she was a kid, how much it taught her, and how much she loved it. So she made sure that I had to do it. And she promised me just to put me in it for a year. And if I liked it, I can stay, and if I didn't, I can leave. By the time I made it to Marshall, that was my 1 year up, so I did 6 months as chaplain and 6 months as Marshall. She was like, okay, you gotta choose, and I'm like, okay, I'll stay. And throughout that, ever since I became Marshall, I got even closer with Job's Daughters. I don't know what it was, but I think being in the line, you actually see how Job's Daughters teaches that we're all the fairest in the land. It doesn't matter what hair color you have, or what skin tone, or how tall or how short. It doesn't matter, because we're all the fairest in the land. We are all the same, and we all love each other, and we all love God. So when it was my Honored Queen term, that was when I was recovering from scoliosis surgery, and everyone was there to help me. And my Grand Bethel girls were there, my Bethel girls, and the Masons. We wouldn't be Job's Daughters if it wasn't for Masons. They are our fathers, our founding fathers. My biological father decided not to be a part of my life. I have my grandfather, who's a Mason, and he cares for me like I am his own daughter. I mean, I'm his granddaughter, but that's almost a little different. He takes me all around everywhere. He takes me to Job's Daughter events. I do pageants. He takes me to pageant events. Because he's a Mason, there's other Masons I've met that have also impacted my life. The Worshipful Master of Jefferson Lodge, Derek Sale. He was there at my last meeting as Honored Queen. And I'll never forget, oh my God. So he already gave up his title as Worshipful Master right before my last meeting, and I remember he gave me a big hug, and I told him, "You're like the father I never had." He said, "You're the daughter I never had." I had Dad Tom from Jefferson Lodge. He always would joke with me. I also had Dad Steve, who's the Worshipful Master now. Dad Bill. We have Dad Bill from McCallum's Lodge. He always lended us and let us use the rooms at his lodge to practice. And then we have Dad Gary from Composite Lodge. He was part of the lodge that always sponsored us and helped us go into Grand Session. And I'm so thankful for that. All these Masons have been there for me. They always helped me. They're like the dads I never had. And that meant so much to me. And I can never repay them for that, and I can thank them all the time, but that's not enough for how much they have impacted my life. Being a Job's Daughter has taught me to be outgoing, to be kind to others, to make friends and sisters as well. And it's also taught me to be really truthful to myself and to my religion. On top of that, public speaking. It teaches you to be a better speaker just in general. Before, I would stutter a lot. I try not to stutter as much. I try to watch how I say things and put it in a more positive tone with Job's, because it teaches you to be very positive about life. You know, there's always going to be downs, but there's always something that comes from that. It taught me a lot of social skills. I would get very uncomfortable if I didn't know anyone. If I was put into a group of people, around a group of people that I did not know, I would immediately shut down and just try and hide. Job's Daughters has taught me to don't shut down, make a new friend. Be a sister to someone that doesn't feel like they have one. I can say I'm pretty ready for what's next to come in my life.